It is World Water Loss Day, and now more than ever, it's important to conserve water. Ashley Metzger joins us from the Desert Water Agency to discuss how we're losing that water, where it's going, and how we can prevent water loss, which is very important.
I agree. So when we are talking about water loss, what we mean is the water in our system, underneath the roads and the streets that you drive on. Our pipelines are buried in there.
Right.
And inevitably, over time and in some areas, we get leaks. And so what that looks like when you're driving around, if you see water bubbling up from the middle of the road, probably a leak in one of our pipelines. And we've got some pictures there to show you.
You've been working on a number of projects to replace older pipeline, but some of this pipeline goes back to the, 1930s?
That's right. And there are different things that happen, right? So there's a leak, a one-off leak you just go out and you fix. But in some areas, the leaks are so pervasive, there's leaks very close to one another. And we just get in there and we actually replace a whole stretch of pipeline with new pipeline.
And when you put in new pipeline, how long is that expected to last?
About 100 years, because we're using ductile iron. It's coated. A lot of what was put in before was bare steel, and it's lasting a lot longer than it really, frankly, should have. But a lot of failure. And then we have some plastic pipes out there. Generally not big pipes that are perhaps in the street, but the pipes that run off of that to the properties.
Those branch pipelines that go into your home.
Yes, those
businesses.
Some of them are plastic, and we are seeing a higher failure rate. So we're doing some proactive replacements of those pipelines as well, because when they fail, they crack, and it's pretty catastrophic. I mean, a ton of water.
Yeah, as you said, that catastrophic failure, and you end up with a giant repair on your hands. Now, there are leaks in your own home. People can guard against water loss at home by being very vigilant about faucets and pipes in the house. Absolutely.
Checking for leaks in your home is really important. One really sneaky culprit here are toilets. Toilets leak, and you don't necessarily hear the toilet leaking, but the flapper maybe just isn't in place all the way, or the gasket needs to be replaced. Little things that maybe cost $5 in 15 minutes, but could cost you a lot of money every month on your water bill. So it's important for us to be on top of our leaks, for you to be on top of your leaks at home, because, we're in a drought right now, the state of California, and water is precious. We live in a desert. It's always important to do what we can to protect it.
And thus far, we're in the midst of our wet season, but it's not been very wet as of yet.
No, November was really, really dry and hot.
No rain at all in the month of November, and above average temperatures, which doesn't help our water situation.
No, unfortunately not.
If you'd like more information, you can contact the Desert Water Agency, DWA.org, 760-323-4971. Folks like Ashley are there to answer your questions, and they can help you out with water conservation tips in your home, in your yard, and if you have broader issues like with your pipes connecting you to the water system, they can also help you out with answers there. Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you.
All right, World Water Loss Day. Pay attention. Help prevent that water loss. We've got more coming up. It's the bottom of the hour, and we'll be back with headlines and more right after the break.